20 miles west of downtown Dallas, one of the league's grand settings, AT&T Stadium in Arlington.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Yeah. Now a run. Here's the rookie from Penn State. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. You talk about this Washington defense. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Beckham in motion right. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Cowboys at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is
and it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there. And they're able to come up with the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. The 20. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. 46 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. And I don't want to harp on it, but this defense among the bottom in the league against the run, and they show it right there.
And it doesn't matter when you get prepared for this defense, whether you're good running the ball or not. That's your plan. Run the ball against them. That's their...
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Breece Hall, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. There he goes left side. He's inside the 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Here we go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let them get to the second level because sometimes you'll break up. On his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Cougar 19.
Off the play fake, Daniels. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. You look at this Cowboy defense. They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the running game, it also opens up the passing options for the team you're playing as well. So typically, when you don't play the run well, you're getting hit in all phases.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Check.
To the air goes Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. York now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return is Hines. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better. He's got it at the 15. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play here for Dallas. 73 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Running the jet sweep as Prescott backs it forward. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. In motion, that's Tolbert. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being for
touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Aubrey good with a PAT. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Play action, now it's Daniels. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go, set.
Here's Daniels. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Daniels. Open man down the field. It's a tight end center. Touchdown, Washington. Ben Sinnott, 43 yards. And Washington has taken the lead. The York on now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. On the return is Hines. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job, and Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
Ready.
Daniels looking to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll give to Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. These two teams all tied after one. And Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd down and 12.
Here we go.
To throw is Daniels. His throw incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down.
Okay, ready?
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Hall on a give up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll go again with Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
19 Lions. Trap 60.
Now Daniels. Forced out to his left. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Cade York on now for the field goal. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. York able to send this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Aubrey good with a PAT. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Simmons. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Loose inside the 30. Amari Cooper, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Amari Cooper with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Commanders are able to move back in front. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Davis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Yeah! We're going to 54 wires.
Prescott from the gun. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down. They'll throw again. Prescott. And that is caught downfield by Beckham. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Throwing, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. To the air again, Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Finding Tolbert here over the middle. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Here is 3rd and 5. Prescott to throw it. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And he's into the clear. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Daniel's going to try and throw for it. It's complete. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. The penalty got him half the distance to the goal down to the 1. Made that try a little easier.
Yeah, without a doubt. And it opens up your playbook, doesn't it? From the 1-yard line, run, pass, do whatever you want there. And they did it successfully.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Fights off the tackle at the 20. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize. Put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. He sets to fire deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Commanders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Come on.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup. First down, Commanders.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there. Good for a Washington first down.
First down, Washington.
Let's go now. Ready.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Mustang 19. Ready.
They go play action. Daniels. He gets it underneath to Hall. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Ready.
Washington first down.
Ready.
Off play action. Daniels. They'll roll him out right. And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here we go.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. A toss left side for Hall. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Escaping the pressure right. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Cade York on now for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they...
That's caught inside the 20. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Play action now. Prescott. He'll buy some time right. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. They'll wind up, losing 3 yards there on the play as that'll lead to a 2nd and goal.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
34.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because...
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshown.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul, but the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound, and the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
Now they run the option on second down.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rolling to his right. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
Ready.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
To the air goes Daniels.
Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
2nd and a couple.
Let's go now.
Back to the ground with Hall.
And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Ready. Ready.
Back to throw. Daniels. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Now he'll try to run with this.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
79 Broncos.
Looking to throw. Daniels.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A 3-yard touchdown pass as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Cowboys 34.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Oh, Prescott stripped.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And hang on here. We've got an injured player, and that's the running back, Breece Hall.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Up the middle, Nwangu.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Kene Nwangu.
Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. York now for the extra point.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Here we go.
Prescott. Eluding the pressure right.
He's got it complete to Tolbert. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line.
23 yards the pickup there.
Yeah, here we go. Right, take.
Hands it off out of the gun.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
From the 20, here's second down at 5.
Yeah. Here we go. Right, take.
Now Prescott. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. Well, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of a team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches,
a little bit.
just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to take... At the 34-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
15 yards the pickup. 1st down, Washington.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the option, here's Eckler.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Once more, here's Eckler. Muscles him off. And he'll get 4 there down to about the 12-yard line.
Here's 3rd and 3. On the give is Nwangu. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Back to Nwangu again on 1st down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
handoff here to Nwangu.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
He gives it up.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Kene Nwangu.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing.
Oh, Prescott stripped.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal?
And now here is another interception.
Intercepted by the Commanders. The Commanders pick over 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Eckler now between the tackles. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set them up 1st and goal.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Running on 1st down, Eckler.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Eckler. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their 1st. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Try to punch it in with Eckler. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
York able to send this one through,
and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. On play action, Prescott. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progression.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Still going. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize. But when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Second and 11 at the 41.
Let's go now.
Up the middle with Eckler.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Commanders' first down.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly